morning, 20-3s. What we're going to look at today is we're going to look at cones, and we're going to look at the surface area of a cone. So if you remember last week when we were looking at pyramids, there was a couple of measurements on a pyramid that we had to be careful of, dealing with height. We had the height of the pyramid, and then we had the slant height, which was the height of those triangular faces. When we deal with a cone, so take that booklet out that I gave you last week, this one, and we're on the second page because you had to do this, pyramid 1 and 2 as examples. So when I look at a cone, again, there's two measurements. We have the height of the cone, and we have the slant height of the cone. So the slant height of the cone is from the apex, the tip, down the edge of the cone to the base, whereas the height of the cone is from the apex to the center of the circle. When we look at surface area, if I unfold my cone and I get my net, I have a circle. So I know I'm going to have a pi r squared, because that's how I calculate the area of the circle. This curved part here is a tricky one, and this curved part gives me pi r s. That is the area of that curved surface. So what you need to do is you need to write this piece in. Surface area of the cone is the base area plus the curved space area. The area of the base is that circle, pi r squared, and the curved space area is pi r s. So let's look at the outside area of this cone. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to this. Let's suppose that in this picture, let's say we had a diagram where, let's get rid of that. So this is the example number 3. This is 8 inches, and this ends up being 5 inches, the radius. If I wanted to calculate the surface area is pi r squared plus pi r s. So pi r squared becomes pi times 5 squared plus pi times r times s, which is 8. When I put that into my calculator, I get, so press pause, try to do this, and then press play when you get your answer. So compared to you, your answer should be 204.20. So because these measurements are in whole numbers, if I convert this to a whole number, I would get 204 squared inches. So that's example number 3. If I look at class example number 4, it says, what is the outside surface area of this cone? This is an ice cream cone. When I have the surface area of my ice cream cone, I don't have this part. I have the curved surface. So we are just going to calculate the area of that curved surface. Surface area equals the curved surface pi r s. R is going to be 3 because it's half the diameter. Now S, I don't have. I have vertical height. But look what happens. This, I'm going to draw that a bit better. What shape did I just make? I now have a triangle, and not just a triangle. I have a right triangle. So within my right triangle, if I just draw it over here, this is 3 because it's half my diameter. This is 10, and this is what I need. Pythagoras theorem. X squared equals 3 squared plus 10 squared. 3 squared is 9, 10 squared is 100. So I get 109. The square root of that becomes 10.440, and it goes on. That's the number that comes over here. So now I can can finish up that question. 10.440 times 3 times pi, and I get an answer of 98.4 square centimeters. So the let's practice that comes next, there are 4 cones. I would like you to try to do 2 of them at least, and you could even try to do all 4. So you can press pause, and then when you're ready, you can press play, because we're going to look at the bottom of the page. Conversion using unit analysis. Suppose I wanted to convert from feet squared to yards squared. If I had 216 square feet, that has to do with that little question. The area of my carpet space is 216 square feet. When I go into the carpet store, they sell things in square yards. How do I convert this? Well, I multiply it by the fact that 1 yard equals 3 feet. But because we're doing area, and area is a squared or a length times width conversion, I have to do that twice. So if I start multiplying, everything on the top is 216 times 1 is 216. The bottom is 3 times 3. This would be a 1 down here. So I get 9. 216 divided by 9 gives me 24 square yards. If you flip to the back page, there is a question that asks you to do the surface area of a rectangular prism in square feet, and the measurements are given to you in inches. So I want you to try to do that. Convert the square inches into square feet. And then let's look at the exploring dimensions. So again, you can press pause, and when you're ready, you can press play again.